Okay, friends, so finishing up on our 2.5 solving compound inequalities, and we are doing or statements. Okay, and I think you're going to like these or statements. Okay, two scenarios. Okay, you get this is a choice. Okay, so students tend to like these because you're not, you don't have to do the triple. It's just like solving two completely separate problems altogether. Okay, so not a big deal. So here's what we got going on. Are you ready? So solve 3y minus 5 is less than -8, or, well, you don't get a choice to solve which one you want to solve, but we have to solve these two together. See what I mean? They're two completely separate problems. Okay, so you just solve them separately. So you just use your really good skills that you know of onioning to solve for the variable. So the first thing I want to do is add 5 to this side. Okay, so see, this is a totally separate problem. 3y is less than -3. And I'm still onioning this out. Now I'm going to divide by 3. I didn't divide by a negative, even though this is negative. All right, so here's my first answer. Y is less than -1. Okay, well, see, two separate problems. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to solve this one. And I'm going to add 1 to each side. So I'm not solving as a triplet. Okay. See, it's just like section, 2.4? You're just solving. Okay, so when you put this together, again, you have, all right, here I am at -1, open or closed, and open. And what does this say? This says y is less than -1. Less is to the left. Huh, that's weird, right? And 3's up here, open or closed, open. And what does this say? Y is greater than 3. Greater is to the right. Whoa, wait a minute. So I'm not shading anything? Well, no, there's nothing here. It's an or statement. So I can pick a number here and it will satisfy the problem, or I pick a number here and will satisfy. So you get to choose. Both can't work. Okay, so instead of saying you have to do both of these things, you can choose which one you'd like. Would you like hot dogs or hamburgers? You have to choose. Okay, so will these more than likely always go like this? Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. So it's a completely different way of looking at the problem. All right, are you ready for another one? Here we go. So 2p plus 1 is less than -7, and 3 minus 2p is less than or equal to -1. Okay, now the only reason I had that yellow mark here is so that you understand that these are two completely, oh, this is an or statement, by the way, that are totally, completely different problems. All right, here we go. So let's onion this up. So the first thing you're going to do, subtract 1. 2p, what's -7, -1? -8. Divide by 2. P is less than -4. Box it in. I like to box these in. Makes your life a little bit easier, doesn't it? All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go do this one. Got a negative involved there. Interesting. What's that 3? Is that 3 positive or negative? Well, it's positive, so I would have to subtract 3. Negative 2p is less than or equal to negative 4. Ooga, ooga. I'm dividing by a negative. Yikes. If I'm dividing by a negative, I got to flip that sign. So I'm going to flip my sign. Okay. I know that sounds silly, and I make a lot of silly noises, but you know what? I think it will help you if you make a big deal about it. All right, so let's come down here to a negative 4. Open or closed? Open. So what does this say? P is less. Less is to the left. Okay. All right, how about 2? Open or closed? Ooh, closed. Now, what does this say? P is greater. Greater is to the right. And that's it. Remember, I'm not graphing in between these because it's an or statement. So see, that's why I didn't spend a lot of time on this. It's really not that hard because it's just like the other piece. All right, the only other thing is, can you do this? Can you write a statement? So here we go. A number, y, is at most 0 or at least 2. Whoa, what in the world? So remember, you don't have to write this all in one. You can write 2 completely separate things because there's an or statement in between. So let's do this. If it's an or statement, let's write y twice because you know what? You can. So y is at most 0. Ooh, at most. Can it be more? No. So it can be less than 0. Okay, so right there, I need to put a 0. Oop, I forgot to put my numbers. And I need to put a 2, right? A 0 and a 2. Now I have to think about my signs. At most 0. At most. Ooh, that's that sign. At most 0, but I can be less. All right, what do I do here? At least 2. You have to at least do 2 different chores. So the least you could do is 2. Could you do 3? Yeah. So that one is like this. Okay? So first step, write the y's twice, put your or statement, and put your 2 numbers. Let's try it again. A number, A, is fewer than -6 or no less than -3. All right, are you ready? Okay, so a number A. So let's write A twice. Let's write our or statement in between. Let's write our numbers. -6 and -3. Okay? So I took those all out. Now let's get ready. A is fewer than -6. Fewer. That means smaller, right? Smaller than -6. Got it. All right. No less than -3. No less than. You can do no less than 3 chores. So what's your minimum amount of chores? I have to do 3, right? So I could do more, but I at least have to do 3. No less than yeah. Okay, no less than 3. You can have no less than so many hours of sleep. I think you could probably argue on the piece whether or not we should put an equal to sign, but I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay, friends, see, an or statement is not that big of a deal. Okay, All right, see you later.